Welcome to Riding Pine's playoff recap, where we recap the Stanley Cup playoffs. Thanks, Sports Center, for that one. So we're going to go over...
You don't know how many times I practiced that before doing it.
Stupid recorder.
Where'd you get a flute?
This was from the old Glebe garage sale. Eloise bought it. The guy tried to swindle me down from 50 cents.
Nope, still got it, huh, Herb?
Still got her.
All right, so playoff recap. 2 games have happened. Playoff. Stanley Cup Finals recap. 2 games have happened. Game 1, Game 2.
Correct.
Game 1, the Vegas Golden Knights won 5-4.
6-4.
6-4.
It was
Empty
6-4.
netter,
That's right. I
empty
forgot
netter.
the empty netter.
Late, but 5-4. Essentially 5-4.
So let's talk about game 1.
Okay.
Incredible.
Unbelievable.
Amazing.
That was probably the most excited I've gone. At the end of the game, I just said hockey, and my wife looked at me. She said,
Hockey.
Did you just cheer for hockey?"
Yes.
And I was like, "Yeah, I did."
Albeit, though, the first 10 minutes of that game were awful.
There was a lot of feeling out, and you know what? Washington really disappointed me in the way that they came out. They did not look prepared at all.
No, they looked
Surprised. Vegas was all over them. They weren't getting a ton of shots. They weren't getting a ton of quality shots, but they had, I think at one point it was 8 or 9 to 1 shots. I think after 12 minutes, Washington had 1 shot. And then Vegas scored on that first power play from Miller from the point there on the power play.
That was a good shot.
Very nice shot. And I thought, this might be quick.
It could be a quick one. Like right away, as soon as they score a goal, all the doubt goes into everybody's mind.
Not this one.
No, we were talking, the 3 of us were talking, and I said they need shots.
On our smartphones.
And what happened? The 4th and 5th shot went in for Washington. And all of a sudden, 2-1 Washington. I said, all right. So there were 4 lead changes in that game.
Yeah.
That game was
insane.
incredible. You know what? They had the 2-1 lead late in the first, and then by giving up that last goal, like with a minute left in the first period, and then giving up one to make it 3-2 Vegas in the first 3 minutes of the second period, I was like, oh, now Vegas, they just have a way to answer all the time. They've been doing it
cross-checking someone, John Carlson, in the front of the net.
Yeah.
And not getting a penalty for it.
Yeah.
Playoff hockey, boys.
Yeah. Whistles go in the pocket. Whistles go in the pocket.
I can't. I know it does. I see it every year when I watch.
what it
but
is.
Like, my God, it's so bad. I don't mind when it's in the corner and it's for possession, but when it's in front of the net and it results in a goal, you gotta. They can't call it back. They can't because it's not a reviewable play. But
Well, you know.
But there goes the save percentage for both goalies. Right? That was
Well, yeah.
it was pretty bad.
hope he bounced back.
Yes,
He did pretty good.
Yeah. Again, though, this game 2, it was another slow start from Washington. Again, the first, 8, it wasn't as pronounced as game 1, but they still only had 3 shots out of the first 10 minutes. And it's like you need to be shooting on Marc-Andre Fleury. The way he's been playing has just been out of this world. Incredible. But he's starting to look a little bit more like the Marc-Andre Fleury, who's not a bad goalie. He's a good goalie. He made some great saves, but he's looking more like a normal...
He's older now. He's what,
not
34,
a first
35?
ballot Hall of Fame goalie.
No.
Like everybody's losing their minds. First ballot Hall of Fame. He sat on the bench for 2 of those cups.
Yeah,
Like, I'm
for
getting
sure.
over it. Like
Let's relax.
2009 was when he won the cup for Pittsburgh. I'll give them that for sure.
Yeah, that one save against Detroit.
With some guy named Crosby who must have been destined to win a couple.
Or Malkin,
Yeah.
who actually won
Malkin.
the Conn Smythe that year.
Correct.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Done my research. So thoughts so far on the series? Are you still confident that Vegas will win it?
The reason why I'm kind of going back on it a little bit is looking at Alexander Ovechkin, not what he's doing on the ice, but it's what he's doing.
His demeanor.
His demeanor off the ice, in the dressing room, on the bench. This dude wants to win the cup so
That save at
bad.
the end of game 2.
Oh, the
That
save.
Holtby save was
He
just...
died inside.
Oh, yeah.
He
Like his
couldn't
whole cage fogged up like it was Korea getting hit from Scott Stevens. He put his hands on us and just went. I was like, wow, he wants it so.
He deserves it so bad as well. Like everybody, like whenever Crosby won in 09, everyone's finally he gets to win a cup. And you know what?
It
was
was his
four year. But this dude has been crushing it for the last decade or
14
more,
years.
right? 14 years. So he definitely deserves it.
Did you guys hear the stat between Orpik's goals?
When he scores, they win what 1,000,000% of the time.
Well, yeah, but no, the stat was that between Orpik's last 2 goals,
Yeah,
Alex Ovechkin has scored 116.
A good old pylon
That's
or
amazing.
Brooks Orpik.
Yeah.
Now-
So, Darcy, what do you think?
my only takeaway from the first 2 games right now is Fleury came into this series with a 1.68 goals against average and a 947 save percentage in 15 games. After the first 2 games, small sample size, I know, but it's a cup final. You don't get a huge sample size. After the first 2 games, he's got a 3.55 goals against and an 871. He's going to need to be better.
Yeah.
He's going to need to carry the team like he was in order for Vegas to win. And I'm sticking with Washington, but either of those games could have gone either way. So It is going to be a really good series. It could go 5, it could go 7. But it's going to be a close. I think every game is going to be close.
So like I told you guys, I'm already sitting on a bet that I remembered I had. So I bet at the beginning of the year that the Capitals would win the cup at plus 1,400.
Right.
You bet so much money too.
I know.
It's crazy
So
how much
much
you're gonna
money.
win.
It's life-changing.
Yeah, like, oh God.
How much was that again?
$1. Anyway, so I can win $14 if these Washington Capitals win the cup.
We'll no longer be operating in a deficit for this podcast.
Brian can get his money finally.
That's right.
Yes.
Oh, producer B getting paid.
Yes.
What do you think? Does Vegas win, or does the Washington Capitals at plus 1,400 at the start of the season win the Stanley Cup? Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and click on one of these videos that Harper's going to make pop up here. How do you do that magic?